How's it going, world? This is Grant with Retro Games and More, coming at you with a quick update video for my NES to PC build. I'm going to let you guys know where I'm at with it right now. I got the motherboard installed, the case cleaned out. I'm pretty much completely done. There's a lot of superficial stuff that needs to be, cleaned up a little bit. Sanded in a few places and just make it look a little bit more pretty, but overall the core of the system is all complete. And I'll take a closer look with you guys, show you exactly what I put into it, and exactly all the details on it. So I decided to go with the Giada MID525 motherboard. It's a mini ITX board. It came included with the Intel Atom CPU. It's a dual core 1.8 gigahertz CPU with, I believe, a megabyte of L2 cache. It's a pretty sweet little CPU. I'm actually really impressed with the performance. I have Windows 7 installed right now in Ultimate Edition, and it really doesn't hiccup at all. It's a really nice running computer, and the CPU works great. I also have purchased 2 gigs of DDR2 laptop RAM, which runs perfectly. Everything's really great, nice and snappy. It doesn't take very long to boot up at all. Got a 160 gig serial ATA laptop hard drive, 2.5 inch. I believe it's a Seagate standard laptop hard drive. Let me go over the layout of the system. And basically, what I got going right now, mounted with 4 screws. I got the I/O shield installed as well. There's the serial ATA interface. And one of the kind of the strange things about this board is it doesn't have this the actual power supply. Actually, I'll show it to you. Power supply included is this. It's just like a standard power brick that you would see with a laptop. It's not a proprietary end or anything like that. It is a 12 volt DC with 5 amps. And it works great. It doesn't get too hot. But since it actually runs off a power supply like that, it doesn't have any 4-pin standard out power for like your hard drive or out serial ATA out directly on the board. What it comes with an adapter that plugs into this plugs right here on the board right here, the 4-pin out that converts it into standard serial ATA power out, which is going into the hard drive, which is mounted underneath. I'll show you that real quick. There's the hard drive. I'm gonna get some shielding to put over that so you don't actually see the hard drive. And it got these are my 2 input fans. They actually take airflow in, and this is my heat dissipation fan right here that actually dissipates all the air out of the back. So it's my exhaust fan basically. And you're probably thinking, oh well, we got 3 fans, so it's not going to be very quiet with 3 fans, but actually all 3 of the fans run pretty quietly. And also I actually have I need to get this mounted again. I have a fan speed control right here that actually controls all 3 fans. And if the system tends to get hot, which is one thing I want to go over with you guys, is the temperature of this motherboard, which is amazing. It stays extremely cool even under processing 720p videos. It stays really cool, and I don't even have the fan set to the highest speed. I actually got it set on low, and the CPU and GPU stays right around 20 degrees Celsius. I very seldomly see it go over about 24 degrees Celsius, so it runs extremely cool. It's very nice. I got the power and reset button wired directly into to the board. There was a pin in the power button that actually kept it recessed in like that. I had to remove, so it just makes it work a lot better. Because if you have it where you boot up the system and the power button stays like that, which what it would normally do Actually, I'll show you. With standard NES, it stays in like that, and that wouldn't work for our PC build because when you tell Windows to shut down, um, it would actually shut down, and that button would still be in like that when the computer's turned off. So you'd have to click it back out. So it's a little, it just didn't really work that well. So I decided to take the pin out and make it function exactly like the reset button, where it just comes out, doesn't stay down. So it just acts like a standard power button on a PC. Alright. See what else. Oh, also, in the lid here, I mounted in a DVD CD burner, slim laptop DVD drive. I actually have it wired through a USB interface. This conversion board right here converts standard slim PCI into USB. That wasn't good. Got it into a standard USB header plug that plugs directly into the motherboard, so I don't actually have to take up any external USB ports. That's one bad thing about this motherboard, is it only comes with 2 USB ports on the back and only 2 USB headers on the board, which gives you a total of 6 total USB ports that you can have available. But I'm going to end up taking up every single port unless I convert this slim drive into slim serial ATA, which I'm thinking about doing, is actually just getting rid of this drive and buying a DVD burner that goes through slim serial ATA, so I can actually save 2 USB ports and use them, for something else. Because right now, what I'm going to be having taken up is you got the back 2 USB ports, which is I'll be using for a wireless or for a keyboard and mouse. And also I got on the way 2 PCBs that convert NES control pads into USB interface. So that's going to take up one of the headers, and then I have this DVD drive that's going to be taking up the other. So all my USB ports are going to be consumed, and that's not really a good thing. So I'll probably most definitely change this over to slim serial ATA so I can conserve some ports that might be used for something else. Also, the awesome thing about this motherboard is that it's really cheap. It was only like $120 from Newegg.com. Came with the power supply and everything. On the bottom, there's actually 2 PCI mini ports, and you can use a standard laptop wireless card, which is freaking awesome. It just makes things so much easier. I don't have to have a USB wireless card. It's right there. I have a wireless in mounted on the bottom, and there's even an open mini PCI port, that you could use for maybe even a solid state drive or anything else, or a converter. And right here, this is one of the Wi-Fi cables, Wi-Fi antennas that actually I'm going to mount in the top lid here, and the other 2 are mounted underneath the board on each side. Actually, I take that back. They're mounted, one's on the back and one's on the side here, and the signal's really great. It's really, really nice. Go ahead and mess it up. But yeah, it's a work in progress. As soon as I get those controller to USB PCBs, I want to get that wired in. I got an operating system installed on it right now in front of Windows 7. This particular motherboard has an integrated Intel, I can't remember the model number, but I'll post it up on this video. And I've been reading a lot of reviews. I was debating, should I go with this lower end motherboard that has this integrated Intel GPU, or should I go for the new NVIDIA Ion chip? Since it is a slim, or since it is a mini ITX, that's the new common GPU to get with that. But it was about $50-$60 more for that motherboard. This definitely saved me a lot of money. And I've read a lot of things online about this GPU not being able to perform that well, and not being able to process high definition video. But with my experience, as long as you get the latest driver and everything's set up properly, this thing runs 720p video with no problem at all. I haven't tested it with 1080p yet, but I don't think it would really be able to process 1080p, but it runs 720p perfectly. There's no hiccups. There's no anything. It's full frames. It works beautifully, and it also allows Windows arrow theme, so you can have these see-through menus and so forth. But it works with no problem at all. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I'm gonna upload some more videos in the future after I get everything cleaned up, get all the superficial buffs out, and let you guys know what's going on and give you a demo of how the software works. I'm thinking about putting an NES front end like Hyperspin, and see how that works out. But thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it.